other stuff out of this, we're getting close. Other stuff out of this, Project Morpheus is coming sometime in 2016. That is the unofficial thing that Sony has said. I didn't actually read the entire article. I just kind of skimmed through it, but I'll just post it in chat. What's up, Crasher? There is information on that. And then also, did the link I give have the latest specs, or did I not include that? God damn it. They also released the latest specs on Project Morpheus, which is, if you guys don't know, that's basically Sony's VR. Hey,
They're in
Beans,
there.
hey, what's up, man?
They're in there. 1920
Okay.
by 1080 RGB. OLED. 120 hertz refresh.
Okay. It is something that, look, I don't know what I'm going to get, man. I don't know if I'm going to get Oculus. I don't know if I'm going to get Project Morpheus. I don't know if I'm going to get, what is Razer's? Oh, open something,
Open VR.
open VR. I don't know if I'm going to get that. And, you know, there's
I
the
already know what I'm
Samsung
getting, man.
thing.
It's the first one that has a killer app. That's like, oh man, this is what VR is all about. A full length game that looks amazing, that also plays well. Like the first one to have that out on their platform will be the shoe-in. Now, if it releases on multiple platforms, then I'll have to read up. But
So,
really, like, I'm just going to wait until something good comes out, and
wait, Colin,
nothing really has come close yet.
are you really going to wait for just one killer app? Just one?
I do it at one because I fall under like the tech enthusiast category, but at the same time, like I need to see the potential because there's so much potential right now to buy something, and then by the time that something that's actually worth playing comes out, you've already upgraded 2 or 3 times, just because like they're still working out what you need to have a good VR experience. Like that's
True.
still very much being fleshed out. Do you need like full 180 degrees? Like sight. Do you need curved screens? Do you need all these different tech things? Like they're still trying to work all that out and figure out what it's going to take, and eventually, then you'll see stuff built for it. But really, until something like that comes out, I'm not really interested. Especially at the price points, they're still expensive as shit.
What are I don't remember what the price points are. It's like $300.
Like 200 to 400. But you also have a rig that runs the stuff. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like they're not standalone.
VR or not.
Yeah or nah.
So that's kind of like where I'm at right now with the discussion is, I wanted to shift from Project Morpheus to kind of talk about VR as a whole. And this is where I would really want to know, like from you guys that are watching, is VR something, and folks on YouTube, is VR something that you are very interested in? I think last week we talked about innovation in games, in addition to a couple other things I want to talk about at the end of the show. But innovation in games, we kind of mentioned that like everything has been kind of done before when it comes to games. And one of the things about gaming in general that continues to push the envelope forward is because we're in the technology space, right? You can continue to evolve on the experiences that people have, and VR seems like it has more steam. And I would say definitely, not seems like it definitely has more steam, more backing, more people interested than probably any time that I can ever remember. And it feels like the tech is catching up with some of the ideas that people envision when they think about VR, right? Like we're not in, and here's the previous VR experience is like you hop into some arcade game that's like some big ass machine where you hop in and sit down on some wheel, right? And you're like wobbling around and shooting at things, right? Like, what did I played the Star Wars Battle Pod. Shit, I didn't even mention that the week I played it, did I?
Battle Pod? I don't think so.
Oh shit, it's fucking awesome. Now if they
Oh, was
put
that like
that,
the was that the on rails?
that's
It's
the
like an
on
on rails
rails
shooter.
arcade, yeah,
I
man.
watched I watched a YouTube video of someone playing. Like they just took a camera inside.
It's good,
It
dude.
looked pretty neat. And he was
It's
just like,
good.
"Whoa!"
Yes, it's good. So, I can only imagine having that VR setup with that. I've also seen some people with like an Oculus playing some of the space sim games that are out, like Elite Dangerous. I've seen a couple people with the Oculus like flying their shit around, you know, with that, and it looks really cool. So those are the types of things where I feel like we're starting to get there and really immersing people in the experience. But I really want to know, like, what do people think? I'm not interested in VR as much as augmented reality, but I haven't seen anything from VR to blow my mind. Augmented reality, I know well from games. Ghost Recon, okay. Until the day it works perfectly, nah. Nah. VR, yes, for single player games, nah, for multiplayer. VR MP will change the game. Not necessarily generated. The two are screens, one each eye. You don't need both eyes.
You Racing games on VR, Vinny. He's talking. You don't think you need both?
I think you need both for depth.
Yeah. For VR, he was asking if any of the current technologies work for people with one eye. For VR. That was further up.
Oh, okay. Okay.
I think until they release like something that uses a curved screen instead of two separate screens, probably won't work that well. Like regardless, I think it won't work that well.
Call of Duty was already ultra realistic. I was able to play VR multiplayer, but it could bring a whole new level of play.
I think some games for MP will be interesting. Like racing games, obviously, are like the natural transition. It'll probably also be the big graphical showcase, right?
Racing,
be doing racing games. It's really easy for people to get like a connection with, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And also, there's like actual peripherals you can be holding, like a steering wheel, and it'd be like real natural for them to do. Guns are always weird because you have to like do this thing,
yep.
And it's really awkward. Space is another one that would work again because the steering wheel thing, and you can do the whole cockpit around you.
Outside of that, I don't really know.
Sports games will be weird. Just would
you be like
spin around and you're like Kobe?
would you be like in your creative player mode?
I guess. I mean, you could be anyone. Like,
would you wear power gloves?
You put it on, you can be whoever.
Would you wear power gloves?
I mean, there'd be something on your wrists or something. I don't know. Gloves make sense, I guess. You could theoretically simulate everything, right? Like the actual dribble movement, shooting. Like you can get it down to like the exact tip, but you don't feel the sensation of releasing the ball. So I don't know.
Yeah, how would they? What if you just like you found like the perfect? I have the perfect throw, or the perfect jump shot.
It'd be like Wii with the bowling, where it's like, I had perfect form there.
You'd be at half court, like, swish. That'd be so cheap. How would you block people?
It'd be like Shaq. You have to jump. I think you'd have to jump.
Nah.
And then they can measure your vertical.
Sports games confirmed. Nah. Sports games confirmed. Nah. There's so many aspects of that don't even make sense.
Racing works. Fighting games work. Fighter Within.
Yeah, maybe. No. VR, No Man's Sky. Am I right, Arctic? Yes. Yes.
You could do boxing, I think. And boxing actually probably pretty cool. I remember playing one of those arcade machines that they actually had. It was like basically a VR setup. They had like laser and motion tracking for the things you hold onto, and you like held onto these rubber gloves with sensors and stuff in them. And they were like weighted, so you're actually throwing heavy ass punches because they basically like 5-pound gloves, 10-pound gloves. So like every time you're throwing, and it would actually track your up down too, so you could do like shoulder bobs and weaves and shit, and it would actually respond in game. So I think that kind of stuff for VR would be pretty neat.
I knew it was coming, Kupo. I knew it was coming.
Yeah.
As soon as we start talking about the gloves, I was like, "Oh God!"
What have you always go to the gloves. It's always.
But like no, but look, I tried to use it for good. This time. Not bad. Yes, the porn industry is gonna be ridiculous with VR. Yes, confirmed.
That might be the killer app. You never know.
Wait, hold on. Is this the killer app for you?
I'm just saying that might be the mass adoption point. When
It probably will be. It probably will be.
It's a lot
So
harder to get in the news, though.
it will be. And I feel like people would use that. Like Fox would be
Mocap
all
box.
over that.
Yeah, let me see if this is the one. Konami.
Bandai Namco is developing a weird. What was that? Hold on, I lost it on here. Well, weird schoolgirl game called Summer Lesson. Oh,
Yeah,
No Man's Sky.
I think that's the one. Mocap boxing. The machine I played on was like more fleshed out than these.
This man pot. Oh boy. Oh boy. All right. Trying to see what else we have up here.
I just click on the Wank Band.
I'm not clicking on it. I'm not clicking on it during this discussion. Last thing I want to talk about are a couple games that we're gonna just go into Q&A right now.
The power is in your hand.
Now, if you've enjoyed the video, made it this far, leave a like if you've not already. It really helps me out, and I really appreciate your support. Subscribe if you've not already so you guys can check my next video. And if you've missed anything, especially this video right here, go check it out. Just click. Click, 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 click.